Hi, third graders. Today's math lesson is 3.9. So we're going to review our learning targets since we're getting to the end of this chapter. Remember, I can measure correctly and accurately, which means right. So here we have a pencil. Notice the pencil, it's a little off. It needs to line up with that 0. And then we are going to just measure the line as accurately as we can. So if we look here, it's kind of between. So I'm going to say it's closer to this one right here. So what mark is this right here? Well, remember what we do first. The first thing we do is see what our measure. We're going to find the spaces between 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 spaces, so I know that this is one of the 4 spaces. This is 2 out of the 4 spaces. This is 3 out of the 4 spaces. Now remember, 2 out of 4, 2 is half of 4. So instead, what we say there is half. All right, so let's look. This one is between here and here, so I would say this is closest to 3.5. All right, look at our ruler here. Oh, it's the end of the ruler, goes right here. And I'm going to say that that one is, count the spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, 1/4, 2/4, which is the same as a half. So this goes over the 1 is written big, and then a half. All right, let's look at, my pencil got sharpened and it got smaller. Let's look at it. Think about this right here. Here's half. What comes before the half? 2, it's 2 inches. It's not to the 3, so I write the 2 big. It's 2. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4. This first space is 1/4. This is 2 and 1/4. All right, we have a key. What's the key measurement? It looks like, what do you think? Maybe we should make it a little bit longer. Let's make our key a little bit longer. Let's stretch that key out. All right, now we've got the key. Let's see this key. Let's make it right here to a 0. This key, let's see, is about, right here. Think of the spaces again. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. This is 1/4. 2/4, which is the same as a half, and you got it. 3. Whoa, my line went crazy. 3/4. So if I write this is 1 and 3/4. Once it grew, right? Once it grew. All right, now let's go to our new learning target today. Our new learning today is I can find the circumference of a circle. I can find the circumference. Say that word a couple times, circumference. So let's look. We've been talking about the area being the outside. Well, when we're talking about a circle, the outside, around the outside of a circle is called the circumference. All right? Now, if we think of a circle, around the outside is the circumference. If we measure from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle, that is called the diameter. Sometimes you'll see that some people only go halfway. Oh my goodness, my marker does not like me today. Some people go halfway. That's called the radius, okay? But we are looking at the diameter. And we know that if we find the diameter of a circle and we add that 3 times, that gives us the circumference. So let's look at a circle here. All right, let's measure this first circle. The diameter, so I'm going to say D, equals 4 centimeters. Okay, that's the diameter. Now, if I need to find the circumference, okay, the circumference means I need to add this number 3 times. Okay, so what's 4 plus 4 plus 4? 4, 8, 12. All right, do you see how to find the diameter, which equals the circumference? Let's do this one. Ooh, the diameter is 1. So what is that circumference? You should be able to do this one in your head. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. All right, let's go over to this one. Measure from one line. Make sure you're at that mark, the 0 mark. We go over here. We're about 6. Okay, the diameter equals 6. So how do we find the circumference, friends? Yes, we are going to go 6 plus 6 plus 6. And what do we get? 6, 12, 18. All right, we have one last big circle. Let's find the diameter. Oh my goodness, this one is halfway. This is 6.5. The diameter equals 6.5. Oh my goodness, I am stretching my brain today because I have to do 6.5 plus 6.5 plus 6.5. Oh my goodness, stretching my brain for sure. All right, let's do it. 6 plus 6 plus 6, we already know equals 18. Okay, but that's not our answer because now think of a half plus a half. That equals 1. This half plus this half equals 1. So now we're at 19. We still have this half left, and there's nothing else to add it. So our answer then is 19.5. Third graders, just knowing the circumference and the diameter is what we want you to know. Okay? Here is a problem that you can try. Here's the can. Okay, we'll just call this can R for Rabe. This is the R can. I measured the can for you. It is about 4 centimeters. So what I want to know is, what is the circumference? Pause the video, figure out the circumference. Did you pause? I hope you did. All right. Hopefully you have an answer, and your answer should be 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. And then down here it says, write the rule linking the diameter and the circumference. So diameter plus, actually it's like times 3 equals the circumference. So if we know the diameter and we add it 3 times, then we get the circumference. So we could say, that right in our answer. All right, third graders, down here, you are going to fill out the frames and arrows with the rules. This rule is add 100. Now look, if I have to go back the opposite way of the arrow, what I have to do is the opposite. All right, the opposite of add would be subtract. Then here, I have to subtract 50, add 100, then subtract 50, which they already did, and then add 100. Here we're adding 100 minusing 10. Here we're doubling, and here we're taking away 10. Double means you do the number plus the number. So what I would like you to do is pause the video here, figure out the answers, and then I will go over them with you. If you get stuck on one, just wait until I go over it with you. Otherwise, do the ones you know. All right, here I'm going to go backwards. So 100 minus 1,000 gives me 900. If I do 900 plus 100, I get to 1,000. Okay, 1,000 take away 50. 1,000 take away 50 is 950. If I go backwards here and I do 950 plus 50, then it gets me to 1,000. 950 plus 100 gives me 1,050 minus subtract 50 gets me to 1,000 again. And then the last one, I'm going to add 100. So I get 1,100. All right, hopefully you're on target. Here, we're going to add 100. It's the hundreds place that's going to change, so it's everything else is going to stay the same. This one's going to go up to a 2, stay at an 83. All right. Now here, I'm going to take this number minus 10. So now it's the tens number, and I'm minusing, so that tens number is going to go down from an 8 to a minus 1, a 7, because it's in the tens place. So I'm going to get 1,273. Now, if you look, I'm going to go plus 100, so it's this one that's going to change. I'm going to get 1,373. And if you look, they took away 10. It's the tens place that changed. So for the last one, it's the hundreds place that I need to go up by 1 or 100 in the hundreds place. 1,463. Are you on target figuring out these arrows? I hope so. All right, we need to double. What's the opposite of double? Half. Think of half of 40. If you don't know half of 40, think of half of 2 and we'll add a 0. Half of 4 and we'll add a 0. Half of 4 if we shared would be 2. So half of 40 is 20. All right, now we have to minus 10, which gives us 30. 30 doubled is 30 plus 30 gives us 60. Minus 10 gives us 50. 50 plus 50, that's doubled, gives us 100. 100 take away 10 equals 90. All right, third graders, hopefully you're on target today. Remember, you need to be able to measure accurately. And today, you need to remember what is the circumference and the diameter of a circle so that you can figure out the circumference. Remember, if you figure out the diameter, you add that 3 times to get the circumference. Have a good day and be on target.